just angry just to be angry. Women are not combative just to be combative. Yeah, we got a little spice to us and we got a little, you know, a little sauce to us. Hi guys, Dalanab here. Welcome back to my channel. Today is Talk About It Thursdays. As you guys know, every Thursday we talk about things, things worth mentioning, things that we can rant about. You know, it doesn't matter. We just talk about things on Thursday, and today will be no different. But before we get into the video, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you do not miss an upload every time I upload. Make sure you turn on that notification bell so that you do not miss an upload from me whenever it does go up, because we all know that YouTube be tripping. If you're not following me on social media, please go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Dalanab_. And let's just go ahead and jump right into the video. Alright, so if you guys saw my last Thursday's Talk About It Thursdays, you guys know I was on a serious rant about my job and how I hated my job and how I was sick of my job and I was over it. And it wasn't so much the job, it's the people that I'm working with currently. It's kind of stemmed over into this week. It has gone to a place that I think is unhealthy at this point, but I don't want to talk about that. I just want to kind of give you a little bit of context as to why I'm going to say what I'm going to say and what I'm talking about today. Today is going to be talking about dealing with difficult people who cannot own up to their difficultness, people who are not real, people who do not own up to the real issue at hand. It's one thing for you to have an issue with someone and you directly go to that person with said issue. It's another thing to passively identify someone and try and make it seem like you don't have an issue with them when you do. And you try and make the issue be something that it is not, instead of just saying what the true issue is. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of, I guess, tips and pointers on how to deal with those kind of people. This is going to be straight and to the point, and it's going to be very beneficial. So my first tip as far as dealing with these kind of people is that you don't. If someone is not man or woman enough to come to you and tell you, hey, I have an issue with you and this is the issue, instead of beating around the bush as to what the issue is, you simply do not engage. Now, I am preaching to myself at this point because I'm a person who I'm going to engage. Because what I will not do is I will not be disrespected. I am all for having a conversation amongst adults. I'm all for that. And this is just a general, you know, kind of overall thing, just stemming from a topic that I'm dealing with right now. I'm really big on having conversations to kind of nip things in the bud. I'm a very direct person. I'm not going to do the third party people. I'm not going to beat around the bush. And some people call that being combative. Some people say I lack tact. It is what it is. If I have an issue with you, I'm going to come to you and I'm going to tell you, hey, I have this issue with you. Let's talk about it. It's as simple as that. I'm not going to make it seem as though, you know, the issue is about oranges when it's really about apples. If the issue is apples, let's talk about apples. I'm not going to sugarcoat it or anything. I'm not going to ease into it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to address it, because why? At the end of the day, we're adults. Now, there is a way that you can address someone, and it's not so much how you address them. Well, yes, it is. It's more so of your approach. It is also more so of your tone. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. That's something that I had to kind of tweak, and I'm still tweaking, and I'm still learning to kind of deal with that, because once I get frustrated and once, you know, I feel like you playing on my top, in my little cousin's words, it's gonna get real. And the political me, the nice me, the you know, the tactful me, she will no longer exist. Is that right? No. But I think that when people present themselves to you in that manner, it does take you somewhere else, but you can only control you at that point. I'm also learning that when you deal with people like that, you have to kind of control yourself a little bit more. You have to be able to remove yourself from the situation, and you have to understand that you won't get anywhere with those kind of people. Simply because they just can't be real about it. You're not going to be able to get to a real solution if they can't even be real about the problem that's at hand. Not to say that you may not have any fault in it. You could very well have fault in it. You know, own up to your faults to so much so to where you can acknowledge, okay, this is where I played a part in this. Okay, but don't take fault for feeling how you feel. Don't take fault for demanding a respect from someone. Don't ever take fault for that. But you can take fault for, like I said, whatever part you played in the situation. This is for professional, this is for your personal life, this is in your family relationships, just in relationships, period. Because, I mean, we're human beings, and at the end of the day, life is all about relationships, regardless to the dynamic of that relationship. So, like I was saying, to deal with a difficult person, you just simply don't. You have to remove yourself, especially if you know that there is not going to be a resolution. We can't control people. We can only desire a certain outcome, as well as for them. They can only desire a certain outcome from us. But 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get what it is that you want from that person. Like I said, I am preaching to myself in this moment. I've gotten to a point to where I realize that it does not make sense to continue on with the subject. Also, one other thing is you are not responsible for someone's perception of what it is that you give out to them. Vice versa. They are not responsible for your perception or the receivance. Is receivance a word? We're going to roll with it today. You are not responsible for how they receive you, and they are not responsible for how you receive them. So, you know, you can't control that. You can only express your intent. And if your intent is not their perception, then you can only try and make that clear. If they don't understand that, then it is what it is. At that point, I'm moving on. Also, if you are a person who, especially a female, if you are strong and you are direct and someone is telling you that you're problematic, or if someone is telling you that you are combative, or if someone is telling you that you are anything other than assertive or direct, don't believe it. Okay? Don't believe it. You have a right to say things in a manner in which you can be straightforward. You can be direct. Not every black woman, and I have to say black woman because I am a black woman, okay? And we hear it all the time about black women. And just women, period. Women are not just angry just to be angry. Women are not combative just to be combative. Yeah, we got a little spice to us, and we got a little, you know, a little sauce to us, especially when we're annoyed. Like, I need people to stop thinking that, and I know there's people out there like that, but for the most part, women, especially black women, we are not just angry out here in the world. Like, you talk to me like, duh. It is not like that. So it's something that happened to where you got to that point, and I don't want you to be deemed or feel like because someone is deeming you as such that that is true. That's not true. You have a right to voice your opinion in a way to where you can be taken seriously. So, you know, when you're dealing with certain people, they don't know how to receive that in a healthy way, and that's okay. Just as long as your delivery is right, as long as it's right to a certain extent of what you can control. As long as you're, like I'm talking now, you know, I'm talking very direct, I'm talking very assertive, because I really want you guys to get this, and I'm very passionate about women not being deemed as combative and you know, having an attitude all the time, and you know, just having a behavioral problem and things of that nature. That is not the case. Because if a man was to say what I'm saying right now, everybody would be on board. Oh, you know, he's just being very direct. He's just telling you what it is. But when a woman does it, now you're being disrespectful. But we're the most disrespected people, period. So no. My Talk About It Thursday is for anybody who is out there dealing with a difficult person. If you are a difficult person for no reason, shame on you. But if you are dealing with a difficult person, The best advice that I can give to you and myself at this point, which I am still learning, like currently, presently learning, is to disengage. You're gonna drive yourself crazy trying to go that whole back and forth tit for tat, because I'm that person. Like, I'm going to go back and forth with you until you shut up, okay? Or until you gonna get what I'm saying. And I'm having to learn, Delana, that's not gonna work. Like, it's not gonna work. You can be right all day, but the whole back and forth tit for tat, if you're not getting anywhere, if it's not effective, disengage. That's easier said than done, being who I am, but I'm working on it. So, disengage. Disengage. Because like the saying goes, a stranger can see two people going back and forth, but to them, it's two fools. No matter who's right, who's wrong. I ain't trying to be nobody's fool. I won't be disrespected either. So, that's that. Anyway, I'll see y'all next Thursday. Hopefully this is talking to somebody outside of myself. This is also me venting, getting it out, and, being done with it. Just be done with it. Wash your hands with it. Keep it moving. It is what it is. And that's that, guys. Bye.